The Weeknd. This is one of those things that it breaks my heart sometimes because Michael Jackson, I love Michael Jackson. Like, oh my God, I'm telling you, like, I feel like if I was alive when he was here and I went to a concert, I feel like I would be one of the persons who would have passed out.
I mean, well, technically we was here when he was alive, but
I'm
I get what
talking
you're
about
saying.
of age to be able to experience the concert. That's what I mean. That's the difference. So to me, I'm like, okay, I wish I could have been there. I do think the only reason why I say I think I would have passed out is because when I listen to his music, sometimes I just get so emotionally overwhelmed from his greatness. Yeah. You know, but I don't feel that way about The Weeknd. So what's going on is The Weeknd is succeeding in his ticket sales, and he's superseding Michael Jackson in the amount of ticket sales that he's been doing. So that's why I got beef, okay? It's because I really want, when I ride for somebody, I ride for them, right? So I want Michael Jackson to hold this. So he's, I want him to hold this title, right? So Michael Jackson, I think what it was reported that $310 million, that's what his highest grossing tour was. And I think The Weeknd, he's 350 million as of right to date. So to me, I'm like, 40 million is a lot of money. Okay. So to me, it is that he's doing well. I mean, and it's not just by a few dollars, it's a couple million. So to me, I'm like, oh man, he's doing his thing, but I want Michael to hold that title.
No, I mean, the way I look at it is, if he was still alive and Michael Jackson was still alive, that wouldn't be the case. Me personally, even though This Is It was supposed to be his last tour and everything like that, still, I feel like that would have made history in record books of just selling out arenas, because he was supposed to be doing 50 shows? Or something like that, 50 shows, and obviously he didn't get the opportunity to. But right or down Michael Jackson fan, I ain't shitting on The Weeknd or nothing, but me personally, Michael Jackson all the way.
I mean, we're talking about the one person since Michael Jackson that sounds like Michael Jackson, kind of.
Yeah, what?
He don't sound like Michael Jackson?
Not to me.
He's not the closest person y'all ever heard sing on a record.
I only heard one song.
The one man who has a song called Dirty Diana.
I've only heard one song where
bro.
I've seen The Weeknd sound like Michael Jackson. It's only one song for me.
What was it?
It was like, come back to me, because I'm about to tell you, because I know this song. It was like a slow song. I feel it coming. I feel it. That was the only one, me personally.
But I'm saying, like, even when I first listened to him back in college, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the things, was like, this dude sounds like Michael Jackson. That was like that was the thing about The Weeknd, was like, this was like, now is he? Hell no. He ain't got the stage presence. He ain't got the flair. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a chill vibe, you know what I'm saying? But when he did renditions of Michael Jackson songs, he was the closest person sonically to Michael Jackson. So that makes sense to me that he would actually kind of take his throne in that respect.
No, Kel, what the hell you talking about? Take his throne?
Took his throne.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah.
It is. It's like when LeBron James took over MJ. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man.
LeBron James took over MJ for one. Kobe took over MJ first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. I ain't trying to stir up topic. Fact of the matter is, it was a different time for Michael Jackson. And it's a different time now. You know,
Absolutely.
Obviously you see things change. The damn economy went up a little bit.
That's why I'm going to blame it on inflation.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame it on inflation.
It probably is inflation. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt it.
It's because I don't want to see that Michael Jackson is not holding that title anymore. And I get it. I get it. Because at the end of the day, music is going to live on forever, right? So there is going to be someone who was going to break a record past the greats. You know what I mean? But I think it's just a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely. I seen grown men cry when Michael Jackson died. Like,
bro, I cried.
I believe it.
I cried, bro. I was like in 8th grade.
I definitely had a little, you know what I'm saying, like, damn.
But look, you know what I mean? I ain't afraid to tell you, bro. I was downstairs watching BET, 106 in Park, when that shit was still popping on, Terrence and Ross or whatever. Whoop, whoop. Next thing you know, everything was all happy and go lucky. That shit went on commercial, came back. Oh, we just reported Michael Jackson just had cardiac arrest and da-da-da. Man, then they play You Are Not Alone. I bust out crying, bro.
I believe it.
That's it.
I believe it. I was at work.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, damn. I seen people at work just crying.
The world stopped.
Well, you like 40
The
something years
world
old, you
stopped.
crying. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But I get it, though.
Yeah, I get it. So
You know what
shout
I'm
out the
saying?
Weeknd for, all his accomplishments, but my brother,
You not Michael.
you're not Michael. Bro. Straight up and down.
I think he knows he's not Michael.
Yeah, he
Like,
definitely
at the
does.
end
Yeah,
of the
I know
day,
that.
like, we
I
know
know
that.
that.
He knows that. I don't think he's trying, at least I don't know him. I don't think he's trying to be. It's just hard for me to accept it. Because I don't listen to his music a lot, really. Like, I
Yeah.
really don't. So that's why it's hard for me to accept, is because it's not like I'm this fan
Right.
of his music to where I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. It's like, I'm legit, like, I don't really listen to him. So to me,
Right.
and then I have this love for Michael Jackson. To me, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, this is tough.
No,
I
yeah.
don't
And
know.
one more
Absolutely.
thing, I feel like he never missed, bro. He never missed a song. Like, every song that he made, to me personally, was like,
You talking about Michael or you talking
yeah,
about The Weeknd?
Michael,
You gotta clear that up.
No.
Be
Yeah,
very clear.
Come on, obviously, I'm talking about Michael.
I ain't saying obviously. You got to clear it up.
Well, Michael Jackson, man, definitely every song that he made, bro, me personally, even like the lowest selling album, whatever, Whoop, is just, it was hit.
Just fire.
It was just hit. You know what I'm saying?
Greatest entertainer of all time, still the king of pop, 100. And that'll never change. What do you think about, they saying Breezy about to take over his spot as king of pop, though?
Man, Breezy himself. See, that's why I fuck with Chris Brown, because Breezy himself said, bro, I wouldn't even be breathing right now if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really respect about him. But I always been a Chris Brown fan, man, ever since he came out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, literally, if you want to compare people being close to like
Yeah,
that's him.
it's because of the stage presence or
Right,
the
right.
performance
Yeah,
aspect.
definitely, I'm
That's
saying,
the difference.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only way that's the only artist that I've ever been able to compare
Right.
to Michael.
And
right?
he did a tribute, right? One time.
He did, yeah.
Because
He did a
he's
tribute.
able to
Wall to wall.
dance. He's
Right.
able to, like, whatever singing wise. I already mentioned it. I don't think Chris Brown can sing. Okay, moving on. But I definitely agree that, like, in terms of comparing two artists, that's the closest person that I would compare to. Maybe if they take The Weeknd's voice and Chris Brown's dancing, and then we put that, we might got something right there.
Yeah.
But then I guess that's Michael.
Right.
But I feel like if Chris Brown succeeded his Michael Jackson, I think it would make sense more to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, he's had his things about, like, why Chris Brown may not be as successful as I think that he should be right now. But I do believe if he did reach that, I would have, like, an understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like, oh, okay.
I feel you.
I wonder if
feel you.
Bruno Mars, like, if he was consistent, I think he would have definitely.
That's a good ass.
We talking about
argument.
voice. We talking about
Bruno
singing and all that?
definitely, he can sing, and he can move too.
Yeah, exactly.
He got a little
He got the little, that's what I'm saying. So, but
Definitely.
I feel like he understands music very, very well.
yeah.
I feel like it's the fact that when Michael had all of his scandals going on,
Yeah.
I think that that's really what took away from his, like, music, or people tried to tarnish his star.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I think that that's partially that, you know what I mean? Like, and especially, like, I don't know, like, seeing how his sister, Janet Jackson, she was doing things too. So I feel like everything that comes to it is just like, like, you're funny. I think everything that comes to it is one of those things where it's like, you know what? It all comes down to, like, I think it was an agenda to not let Michael reach his
And it's crazy. I
ultimate
just
star power.
realized, like, they try to really scandalize Janet too, which is welcome to Black entertainment.
Yeah, and but I think it's cute though that they started out as, like, a family unit, like a group, like the Jackson 5, and then to see them branch off and grow into
their own
that,
thing.
it was amazing.